Hey everybody, this is Jesse from North Korea Uncovered. Today I wanted to talk to you about the recent events concerning Yeonmi Park and her her interview on Joe Rogan, as well as address why my video on Yeonmi Park was taken down. So, when I first made this YouTube channel, it was always primarily for entertainment. Those of you who have been my subscribers long enough will remember the only thing I ever did was movie reviews for like the first year or so of my channel. And, it was just a way of me to talk about North Korea in a way that I felt was innocuous enough to not really offend anybody. But that all changed in the summer of 2019 when I released the first Mysteries in North Korea video on, I did a couple other ones. I did Bulgogi GP, but the first like real episode was like the one on Woo In-hee, the actor who was executed for sleeping with Kim Jong-il. So after that, I made the decision that I wanted to take the channel in a more educational direction with the intent of reaching as many people as possible to sort of explore the DPRK through a completely apolitical lens. And judging by the results of my Mysteries of North Korea series, that there is obviously a thirst for something like that out there. People hear all kinds of narratives about the DPRK and really anything, and to find anything neutral these days can be quite challenging. So I'm very proud of the work that has been done by myself and by my contributor Alex Martin to help deliver the best apolitical source on North Korea on YouTube, in my opinion. So what does this have to do with Yeonmi Park? So when I made the video on Yeonmi Park, I felt I wasn't doing it to be abrasive, I wasn't doing it to be offensive. I was trying my best at the time to make light of something that I felt needed to be addressed, because to me, the inconsistencies and combined with her neoconservative interventionist attitude towards the DPRK was something that I felt needed to be addressed. And so, with my rudimentary understanding of video editing at the time, and my use of Silent Hill music, I made that video, and it got more popular than I ever thought it would. It's by far my most popular video, and it's also my most liked video. However, it's also my most disliked video. And for those of you who don't understand how the YouTube algorithm works, allow me to explain to you. So, having a video that has a majority of dislikes doesn't inherently tank your channel. It's the duration in which people watch the video that ultimately has that effect. And so not only is my Yeonmi Park video sitting at about a 41% approval rating, also the average duration is about 5 minutes. And that bothers me, and that affects me in two ways. On a personal level, it hurts me because of the people who responded negatively to my video and launched personal attacks at me. The overwhelming majority of them didn't watch longer than 5 minutes, and I think that's painfully obvious when you actually look at the comments of people criticizing me. And I'm not talking about the people who actually made articulated points and just didn't agree with me. I'm not talking about those people. I'm talking about the people who accuse me of being Kim Jong-un or saying I should be arrested for daring to do what a journalist does. That really annoyed me on a personal level, and I think it's obvious in the comments that I was not prepared to deal with that kind of criticism. However, on a secondary level, and this was one of the main reasons as to why I ultimately pulled the video, is that because of the viewer duration being so small, and because of the fact that it's my most disliked video and it's my most popular video, the Yeonmi Park video alone is completely ruining my channel's ability to grow. So my other videos, which I think are a lot better in quality and as far as substance as well, they just don't get the exposure that they need to on the YouTube algorithm to reach other people and to achieve my goal of reaching as many people as possible regarding North Korea. So I want to clarify, this isn't about money. I don't make any money on the channel. My channel is monetized, but I don't make anything from it. My Yeonmi Park video is not monetized. So it has absolutely nothing to do with um, money or wanting to be popular. I mean, if I just wanted straight views, I would have had like 3 or 4 Yeonmi Park videos already, because that's obviously what people gravitate to, right? People like drama and conflict. But so it's not just the sheer amount of views that I want. I want people like some of my best subscribers, like Pyronexus, Mary, or Midas Lugren, the people who have been here for a long time, who, like me, have a vested interest in North Korea and are interested in discussing topics and things like that. Those are the kinds of people that I want. And the type of people that the Yeonmi Park video attracts are typically people who they don't really know much about North Korea, and they're predisposed to believe Yeonmi Park. And it's just, I would rather have a channel of maybe 5,000 subscribers of people who are like, like you and me, who are interested in North Korea, as opposed to a channel with a bunch of subscribers, all of whom are just like ghost subscribers who are waiting for the latest Yeonmi Park diss track. And that's not what I want. So, the other reason for my taking down the video is that I'm also concerned about any potential fallout that could come from me criticizing someone who, has very deep pockets within the sort of conservative circle in the United States. In Yeonmi Park's video, in her interview with Joe Rogan, she mentioned that she did undergo training by the U.S. State Department, and if there's one part of her story that is true, I'm willing to bet it's that, which means that if I were to continue poking the bear and criticizing her, I run the risk of pissing off the wrong person in the United States federal government. For those of you who know, I have somebody very close to me who is not a U.S. citizen, but a U.S. permanent resident, and should I, should I make the wrong person upset, I could run the risk of having that person's permanent residency revoked or made a lot more difficult to extend it. And so, as much as I love you guys and the relationship that we've built over the past almost 4 years, I love her more, and it's my obligation to protect her and her, against any potential harm that may come. So it's very easy to be fearless and do anything you want when you're single, but when you're married, sacrifices have to be made. Especially when you have somebody who depends on you to provide and to protect them. So I want to make it clear that I was not threatened, or I wasn't up to hear an Alphabet Boys at 3 in the morning. My dog's still alive, so nothing happened. I'm not being forcefully silenced. It's just I have to take it into consideration because I'm a U.S. citizen. They really can't do much to me, but they could do something to the people I love who aren't. And for those of you who think that I'm overreacting and that the United States government wouldn't do something like that, you're extremely naive. The US government has done a lot more for a lot less. So I'm just covering all of my bases. So in conclusion, the reason why I took down the video is because it's not only is it killing my channel's growth, but the video in of itself is redundant because statistically speaking, nobody's even watching the entire video to begin with, which you need to do to understand what I'm trying to say, and thus there's no real meaningful dialogue going on in the comments section anyways. We each have pretty much made up our own minds, and the comments section is just completely fucked. It's a total toxic shit show, and that's not what I want for the channel. And let me make it perfectly clear, taking down the video is going to hurt my channel in the short term because it brought in all the views, but it's not the type of views that I want. I don't want this to be a drama channel. And another thing is, regardless of my intentions for making the video, which were never to hurt or offend anybody, it's going to be impossible for me to defend myself. Now, what do I mean? So, because I'm attacking someone who is considered to be the premier North Korean defector, it just makes me look like I'm going after North Korean defectors. Obviously, that's demonstrably untrue. I care more about North Korean people than Yeonmi Park ever will, but to her followers, they're not going to see that. They're going to see me as a North Korean sympathizer, despite the fact, again, that I criticize North Korea in just about every video I make. But to those people, they're not going to put in the effort to go watch my other videos because that requires an amount of effort that they're clearly incapable of exhibiting. So the whole situation is a catch-22 for me. If I keep the video up, I'm just going to keep getting ratioed, and my channel is never going to get the exposure that I feel like it deserves. A lot of people comment on my videos wondering why my channel isn't bigger than it currently is. That's why. On the other hand, if I take the video down, her supporters are going to think that I'm just throwing my hands up and admitting defeat, which I'm not, but I don't really care about what they think anyways. So I want you all to understand that it's a difficult situation for me. I use Kako Talk. However, I want people to understand that the video is not deleted. I still have it. Could there be a time where the video comes back? Sure. Would there be a time when I might address Yeonmi Park again? Absolutely. I'm not saying I'm never going to cover Yeonmi Park again. I'm simply saying that a video specifically addressing one very popular individual on such a controversial topic is detrimental to a small YouTube channel like mine. And if I want to achieve my mission of changing people's perception of North Korea, I can't do it by calling out, one of the regime's biggest critics, because as much as we all love and are interested in North Korea, we have to understand that it is an authoritarian dictatorship where people live in poverty and are lacking many basic fundamental human rights. And it's impossible for me to be nuanced without it making me look like a regime supporter in the eyes of people who support Yeonmi Park, because the majority of her supporters are these black and white people who hold like black and white views of the world being good versus evil and things like that. They don't think a gray area exists. So I want everybody to understand that I absolutely will be addressing Yeonmi Park in future videos. However, a video dedicated specifically to her just is not in the cards right now, and it's not the type of video that I really want to have for this channel anyways. So for those of you who subscribe to the channel because of the Yeonmi Park video, I understand if you're upset, especially those of you who are expecting another video in light of her interview on Joe Rogan. I understand your frustration, and I hope that you will stay with the channel and continue to watch the other content that we put out, which in terms of production quality and information is far better than the Yeonmi Park video anyways. So I hope you'll stay, but if this is a deal breaker for you, I understand and I wish you well. And for my loyal subscribers who have been here with me through all the videos that I've made, I thank you so much for all the love and attention that you've given my channel over the past 3.5 years. I truly admire every single one of you. I consider many of you close friends of mine. So I always look forward to the comments. I always look forward to the premieres when we all get to chat and have fun together. You've been an overwhelmingly positive influence on my mental health and my life in general, and I thank you all so much. And I hope that we can continue to go into the future together. So thank you for taking the time to listen to me. This is Jesse from North Korea Uncovered, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.